You've heard it in your favorite Led Zeppelin songs, Van Halen songs, Michael Jackson songs. The list goes on and on and on. What am I talking about? I'm talking about triads. Triads are chords that have 3 notes in them, and you hear them all the time. And why do we like those songs with triads? Because triads give us a different emotion and a different feel. And if you want your playing to have more emotion and more feel, or at least more choices on how you can present your songs, then you'll want to learn about triads. So this is the right lesson for you. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this, because you probably know more about triads than you even realize you know. Let's take, for example, a D major chord. You've played this chord so many times, but did you know that that's actually a triad? If you eliminate the open string and just focus on what your finger is touching, those are the 3 notes that we need. Well, if you look at the chart I just put on the screen, one of those notes is colored red. It's the one on the 2nd string with your ring finger. That's called your root note. Whatever note that touches, that's the major chord that you're playing. That's the name of it. So when you play this open chord that you learned probably within your first few days of learning guitar, that note is actually a D, making this a D major chord. But if I moved it up 1 more fret, the whole thing, now my root note is on the 4th fret. That's a D sharp. Well, I just played a D sharp major, E major, F major, and so on. So you have to know where the notes lie on the string, and I have a video to help you with that, so I'll put the link for that in the description below. But in the meantime, you can move this chord anywhere you want to go, and you'll have a major chord. Okay? Well, if that works for D major, is it going to work for D minor? 100%. Absolutely. You still have your root note on the 2nd string. So this is D minor because this is on the 3rd fret D note. D sharp minor, E minor, F minor, and so on. Absolutely it works. What I recommend that you do is you learn a major shape and a minor shape for each of the first 3 strings. So we just covered string number 2. But what if you had a root note along the 1st string? The shapes are a little different, so you want to memorize these 2 shapes. Let's use 3rd fret as our example. 3rd fret is a G note. That's our root, so we're going to build a G major chord off of this. What you want to do is you want to bar strings 1 and 2 and use your middle finger to play the 4th fret of string 3. Right there you have a G major chord, a G sharp major, an A major, and so on and so on. You could just slide this up and down. And whatever your first string note is, that's the name of your major chord. If you want to turn this into minor, well then just take the bar of the 1st and 2nd string and just include the 3rd string in that bar. So 1 finger covering 3 notes is enough to make this minor chord. G minor, G sharp minor, A minor, and so on and so on. Just 1 finger, that's pretty cool. And finally we have our 3rd string. Well, the shape for major, again we'll go back to 3rd fret, but then we want pinky on the 5th and we want our ring finger on the 5th. This shape right here has your root note on the 3rd string. Right now in this example, I'm touching a C note, so this is a C major chord. Just like all the others, C sharp major, D major, and so on. To make it minor, you keep that 3rd fret. Now we want 2nd fret, and we're still going to have this 3rd fret here. That's our root note. So it's kind of a nice diagonal shape, and that's minor. So this case is C minor, because my root note is on the 5th fret. There's a C note there, so C minor, C sharp minor, and so on. So let me give you some examples on how you can use these. Let's take Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. There's a part in Stairway to Heaven that goes like this. You know what I'm talking about, right? So what are the chords there? Well, first of all, that first chord that kind of sets it up, that's called an A minor 7. That's not a triad, okay? That's an open chord. It's an open A minor 7 chord. But Then he jumps to here. There's that D major shape, right? But my root note, it's touching a G note. That's a G there. So my root is touching G, making this a G major chord. Then we go to this shape. Okay, again, root note, third string this time. It's touching a D, D major. Take it down a whole step, a little bit lower. 5th fret, C major. And then he brings it back to the D major. So it's really just 3 chords. That 4th one is just a chord that was repeated, the D. So it goes a G chord, D, C, and back to D. Put your A minor 7 at the beginning of it. Here we go. It's really cool. Now, you might be wondering, well, if he's just playing G major, D major, and C major, can't you just play them with the open chords down here? And the answer is, yes, you can, but you're creating a little bit different of a sound, a little bit different of an emotion. I'll let you hear what that would sound like. It's not horrible. It sounds good. But it's different, right? It's not the same. Now, here's the original that Jimmy actually does. Totally different energy, totally different vibe. I want your playing to have options in your energy, your presentation, the emotions that you're creating. That just makes you a better guitar player, a better musician. So learn those shapes that I just presented to you and then start applying them. Matter of fact, I already did a video about Van Halen's Jump, and it uses triads in that song. So you can go ahead, I'll put the link in the description. You can click that and you can apply these to that song as well. And there's so many others. I'll make some more videos. I'll help you guys out. Please like, comment, leave me a comment, let me know, subscribe. Subscribing, make sure that you are the first person to know every time I upload a new lesson. I want to help you, so let me help you, okay? Have fun with triads, and I'll catch up with you guys another time.